I'm just a guy who loves Disney that has way too much time on his hands. If anybody from Disney is watching, please don't sue me. I'm here to rate, review, and describe all of your favorite things from the magical world of Disney. I'm File91e and welcome to my Disney News and Reviews. Hello everyone and welcome to this week's Disney News and Reviews. I'm File91e. Pretty interesting week for me this week, guys. I didn't get anything, but just gearing up for some, for this next travel date. I'm actually flying out to Chicago next week on business, so it should be kind of fun. I'll have some video of footage of that. It's always a big deal for me when I travel because I don't travel a lot, and the fact that I'm going, on my work's bill, it's kind of nice. But I don't know. I think it would be fun, a cool opportunity. I might see some, some friends here, so that's pretty neat. But yeah, it was, it's a cool opportunity, and I'm really looking forward to that. Also, just keep my friend Bob. Bob. He went on the Disney trip with me, and he's my best good friend. And his grandfather passed away, so keep him in your thoughts and prayers. It was a sad day for him, sad week, and just knowing that he has some support, I think might help him, and so just keep him in your thoughts and prayers. It's a tough thing, and love you, buddy. So I'm sorry this happened. Yeah, man, it's tough. So just keep him in your thoughts and prayers. Yeah. So anyway, let's get right to the news. Evening extra magic hours have been reduced to 2 hours in duration from January 1st, 2013 onward. Pretty big information here. This Walt Disney World Hotel guest benefit has been 3 hours since they began in 2004, with the morning extra magic hours being 1 hour in duration. The official Walt Disney World website has been updated with new text. Basically it says, each day, one of the 4 Walt Disney World theme parks will open 1 hour early or remains open up to 2 hours, not 3, 2 hours after regular closing time. Now, this is a pretty big change for some people because they really take advantage of those extra magic hours. No word as to why, but I guess, it just was getting too hard on, some of the either workers or rides there. So, but either way, hopefully it shouldn't affect hopefully it shouldn't affect people too bad, but just keep that in mind when you're going down next year. Epcot turns 30 in October, and I can't believe I'm not going down there. I love Epcot. And the official Disney Parks blog this past week gave us a look at some of the merchandise that will be available. As you can see right there, that looks awesome. I mean, it's old Epcot, retro Epcot stuff, and I love it. So if anybody that works down in Disney World that happens to watch this show and likes me, get in contact with me. I might want to, send some money to your way and, hopefully get some stuff there. Because I'm not sure if it's going to be sold online. I think you got to be there. But I can't be there. Dang it. Sucks so bad. Disney announced this past week that bookings for this year's Epcot's Food and Wine Festival special events will begin at 7 a.m. on August 14th by calling 407 WDW Fest. Get it? 407 WDW Fest. Call that on August 14th, and you'll be able to get sign up for your special events. Also announced are some of the some new special events, which include the Marketplace VIP Access Chef Tour, an Italian regional food and wine luncheon in the recently opened Tutto Gusto wine cellar. Tutto Italia Ristorante will be offering the White Truffle Lunch on November 4th, and a new pricing structure for the party for the More Senses in the World Showplace Events Pavilion. For more information on those events, click the link below. Yeah, you probably didn't understand a word I said right there, but click the link below. You'll see all the new special events. It's pretty cool, so just check that out. And finally, Epcot's Art of Disney store in Future World will be closing for a short refurbishment from July 23rd to July 30th, reopening on July 31st. So if you're down in Epcot, just remember that. However, there's tons more of Art of Disney stores elsewhere. So just, if you can't go to that one, go to the other ones. Pretty cool. So yeah, that's the news for this week. Let's get right to the reviews. Alright, and continuing with the viewer requests, I got a couple more viewer requests that I saw that I wanted to take. It'll give me a chance to talk about certain things. So anyway, the first viewer request this week is the Grand Floridian Resort and Spa, requested to me by SF Marine 0311. Yes, he's he's been an avid viewer of mine lately, so I figured I'd give him a shout out. Anyway, the Grand Floridian Resort and Spa is a deluxe resort, and it's also Disney's flagship resort. This opened on June 28th, 1988, and contains 867 rooms among 6 buildings. Yes, this wasn't one of the original, Disney hotels. The 2 originals were the Contemporary and the Polynesian. So yeah, just keep that in mind. This is a AAA 4-Diamond Award-winning Victorian-themed luxury hotel and spa. Yes, it's Victorian-themed, and it's a very, very good hotel. Believe me, this one hotel has won tons and tons of awards. A standard room can sleep up to 5 people. It's just a basic room, but it has all the amenities of a very, very nice hotel. Nice sheets and things like that. Now, what's cool about this hotel is all the little things about it and actually where it came from. Now, initially, Walt Disney himself actually wanted a resort for each of the Disney, the different Disney lands in the Magic Kingdom. That never happened after he died, but they did make the Victorian-themed Grand Floridian Hotel. I guess you could say it's related to Main Street USA, because Main Street USA is also Victorian-themed. But anyway, so Disney created this hotel. This is the 3rd Disney hotel that they created. Now, this hotel was inspired by the Victorian-era beach hotels built along Florida's east coast during the late 19th century and early 20th century. Its exterior is modeled after the Mount Washington Resort in Bretton Woods, New Hampshire, and the Hotel Coronado in Coronado, California. The one main thing you might notice about the main hotel is the white walls and red roofs. That's one of the big things. There's also a 5-story lobby, cage elevator, which is really nice, stained glass domes, and Italian marble floors, so that's really nice. And it's actually connected right on the monorail line, so you can, if you stay at the Grand Floridian Resort, you can just catch the monorail back to your hotel. I mean, that's the Magic Kingdom loop right there. It's connected to the main 3 hotels plus the Magic Kingdom, as well as the transportation and ticket center. So pretty much from your hotel you can get anywhere in the parks. Well, you can anyway with the Disney's Magical Express, but just having the monorail service right there is excellent. So that's awesome. Now, as for restaurants, there's Victoria and Albert's. That is the big restaurant of this hotel, the huge multi-award-winning hotel or a restaurant. Now, this restaurant has a menu that is created nightly, which is awesome. It's very high class, and also has an award-winning wine cellar. So if you're into fine dining, this is the finest you can possibly get in Walt Disney World. Excellent stuff. Now, if you want something else, there's Citricos, which serves American food with a Mediterranean inflection. There's Narcoossee's, which is a seafood restaurant with an open kitchen and views of the Seven Seas Lagoon and the Magic Kingdom fireworks shows. There's the 1900 Park Fair, which is buffet dining with Disney characters, including Mary Poppins and Cinderella, so that's pretty cool. Mary Poppins, woot. Then there's also the Grand Floridian Cafe and the Gasparilla Grill and Games, which are pretty much the lowest end, just standard American food and whatnot, easy grab and go sort of stuff. So now the resort offers 2 pools, a jacuzzi, and a white sand beach for all your swimming needs. There's a marina that contains various watercraft for rental, and including fishing excursions and a yacht there. So you can go in the Seven Seas Lagoon and fish and swim and jet ski and do all you want. It's all right there on that beach that was built specifically for the Grand Floridian Resort. Now, if you want other recreational activities, they got tennis programs, there's a jogging trail, a health club, and golf courses. I mean, you can have preferred access to the Walt Disney World golf courses. So, excellent stuff. There's a full-service spa. Obviously, it's a Grand Floridian Resort and spa. So there's a full-service spa that does massages and therapies and other treatments. So you can call them ahead of time, make a reservation, and shabam, get your massage on. I mean, that should be nice. A little rub down with some oils and junk. This should be fun. Now, what's cool about this hotel is that over the last few years there have been some major renovations going on. For instance, in 2007, they replaced the tile floors in there with Italian marble floors. I mean, that's pretty cool. They put carpet in the elevators. They did some pretty big stuff. But in 2011, the biggest renovation happened. Basically, there was rumors going around the internet that something was happening to the Grand Floridian Resort regarding the vacation club, and then in December of 2011, all the Disney Vacation Club members got this email that said, yes, they are building a Disney Vacation Club, building, onto the Grand Floridian Resort. So basically, Disney Vacation Club members now, just like the Bay Lake Tower and the Treehouse Villas and all that, get a special section of the Grand Floridian Resort that they have to themselves, and it's pretty cool. I got a chance to go to the Bay Lake Tower, and I'm letting you know right now, it is awesome. Unbelievably awesome. So I'm sure Disney is sparing no expense when it comes to this. There are actually going to be 147 villas there. So being that it's the Grand Floridian, the biggest flagship resort in Disney World, I'm sure they're going to make it great, especially for the Disney Vacation Club members. Now it's estimated that it's going to be opening in late 2013. So keep that in mind when you're going down. So yeah, again, I don't have any footage of the Grand Floridian because I've never stayed there, so I can't really review it. I just can really give you my opinion of it based on how bad I want to stay there. So again, to all the smart Alex out there, this is not a review. This is an overview and my opinion of it. So don't be like, well, you can't review it. You can't give it a star rating if you've never been there. I can be like, yes, I can. Go watch somebody else's that fits your little stuff, okay? You know what? No. So what am I giving the Grand Floridian Resort and Spa? I want to give it 5 big fat stars right in your face, because this is the best hotel in Disney World. Everybody says so. So how can they be wrong? I want to stay there. I really want to stay there. I mean, not as much as I want to stay at the Contemporary Resort, but that's just my personal favorite. I would love to stay at the Grand Floridian Resort every single time I go because it's the best hotel in Disney World. They have a spa right there. It's on the the monorail track. They have the best dining there, and literally you're right there. You are right there next to the Magic Kingdom, and you can watch the the tower, the fireworks and all that stuff. It's excellent. So again, I've never been there, so take this 5 stars with whatever you want to say. Somebody requested that I review it, so I did. I gave you a bunch of information. Now it's up to you guys to go down and stay there and give me your opinions on it. Post in the comment section below. And to all the smart Alex out there, they're like, you can't review it if you've never stayed there. Yes, I can. I just did, and you suck. So yeah, not you, behind. Get out of the you. Right there, the guy that keeps talking smack about me. You suck. And you need to go somewhere else. You're cool, you suck. So, yeah, not you. Yes. So anyway, the Grand Floridian Resort and Spa in Walt Disney World, right next to the Magic Kingdom. 5 big stars. Check it out when you're down there. And if you have been there, leave a little comment in the in the section below and give me your experience so everybody else will know. Sorry about that, kind of got a little personal there. Yeah, so anyway, moving right along. The next thing I want to review today is the Magic of Disney Animation attraction, but along with that is the Animation Academy, and that particular section was asked to be reviewed by the Black Mamba 813. So this is for you, buddy. Now what these guys say the Magic of Disney Animation is an overview of the Disney animation process with limited hands-on demonstrations. Minor attraction go before 11 a.m. or after 5 p.m. Opens an hour later than the rest of the park. Keep that in mind. Not as good as previous renditions, 2.5 stars. Anyway, this is the Magic of Disney Animation and the Animation Academy are connected. They're one and the same, essentially. So in order to do the Animation Academy, you have to go through the Magic of Disney Animation section. So I'll tell you all about that, and I'll do all this together. And I actually have a bunch of footage from that. So this is in the Animation Courtyard section of Disney's Hollywood Studios, and this opened along with all of the opening of MGM. Now this MGM was an actual studio, an actual animation studio, where real productions were made. Some of these, some of the productions that were made in that exact area where you go through and tour, were Mulan, Lilo and Stitch, and Brother Bear, just to name a few. I mean, those are the three main big titles that were made right there. They did some other stuff. They actually did some ink and paint for The Little Mermaid. That was pretty cool. But in 2004, the Orlando division of the Walt Disney Feature Animation Productions thing shut down and ceased to make actual films there. So, when you go through and you see the people actually painting, they're not actually making films right there. They're just doing inks and stuff just to try to give you a good idea of how painstakingly tedious it is to do those drawings and stuff. So, that's cool. Now, the original attraction contained a short film called Back to Neverland and starred Walter Cronkite and the voice of Disney legend Robin Williams. That's right. That guided guests through the different stages of animating a feature-length film. As you can tell, as you can probably figure out, it's pretty painstaking and a little tedious. So, it gave you a good idea of what happened and how the whole evolution of animation happened. Now it's a little bit different. When you go in, there's one main showroom when basically a Disney animator shows guests how the characters in Disney animated films are chosen and designed. Basically, that's exactly what it is. It's a guy who, I had a guy who really sounded like he didn't want to be there. Like, this was like, oh my god, I'm doing this again or whatever. And but the cool thing was he's acting to an animated figure. That figure is Mushu. The dragon from Disney's Mulan. If you have never seen Mulan, go check it out. It's a great movie. And that was actually voiced by Eddie Murphy, for the attraction. So that was awesome. They take you through and they show you a little movie, and you're not allowed to videotape in there. So I took some stills so you can see that's kind of how it's it's set up. And after that, you go into this other section. And you can actually see some different things, and it's very interactive in there. Now, in addition to getting the chance to see some, there's a lot of character greeting in there. I think we had the Incredibles in there. There was Sorcerer Mickey. He's in there. But the coolest thing for me were the little interactive stations where you can actually, you can color in, virtually color in some different slides. You can dub in your voice to a scene. Like I did one. It was Iago. It was. Why am I not surprised by that, or whatever? And you can get as crazy as you want with it, and you dub it in, and then they play it back for you how you did, and it never turns out as good as you might think, but it's just fun stuff, and the interactive games are really cool. But the coolest thing for me was there is on your way there an actual person doing ink and paint, painstakingly painting, like a cell in there. You can see mine is Mickey, so that was pretty cool. But then the big thing right next to all that in that same section is the Animation Academy. And now this is what the Black Mamba 813 wanted me to review. So let me give you some information on what it is. Basically, this is a section where you go in, and with the help of a Disney animator, you get to draw by hand one of your favorite characters. Basically, you sit down at these little stools and whatnot, and there's the animator right up front, and they tell you and they show you how to draw a certain character. You got here's Goofy, and there was another one, I forget who mine was. I really don't have the drawing. It was a bunch of years ago and I lost it. So yeah, that's basically what it is. But it's just cool because kids like the fact that they get to go and draw and sit in an actual animation desk and with the pencils and everything and really know how to draw it. Now, the one bad thing about this little section is that depending on who your animator is, they'll either go really fast, and if you're not good at drawing, sometimes it can be, it's kind of a pain because, this guy is already 4 steps ahead of you and you're trying to figure out how to do that line just to get his nose right. Obviously people with more artistic talent will make better drawings than people with not artistic talent, but that's just how the cookie crumbles, I guess. Now, after you do all that, you can actually take your artwork home as a souvenir, so that's pretty cool. You can be, just be pleased with, with what you did and the fact that you got to make create a little character with with the help of a Disney animator. So that's pretty cool. Now, there's actually different animation academies at different places. Now, it originated in Disney Quest, which was actually really cool. There's also one in Disney California Adventure. There's one in Walt Disney Studios Park in France, and there's one in Hong Kong Disneyland as well. So people like to do this. It's a fun little attraction. So yeah. Now after that, you're actually led through a museum-like area where you get to see different things. There's different cells and drawings from different Disney movies. You can see there the Snow White stuff. There's also the statues, the Disney Oscar statues, which is awesome. Like, I mean, think about it. How often are you going to see the actual Academy Awards that were won by Walt Disney? But they're on display right there. I mean, it's excellent stuff. And then the final thing is that you're led into one of the Art of Disney stores. That's the final thing, so they can hopefully grab your money after you're built up through all this Art of Animation stuff. But yeah, you go in. It's just this typical Art of Disney store where you can see different bits of merchandise and collectibles and different things, and just cool stuff. I really dig that. So that's probably my favorite store in all of Disney World, just because I love those little bit of collectibles. So that's really neat. So what am I going to give the art or the magic of Disney Animation / Animation Academy? For the Animation Academy, I'm giving it a 2. Honestly, you can hit it if you want to. It's fun if if you're walking through it and they're going in. Go in, have a good time. Especially if you have kids, kids will love this just because they love to draw and have fun and everything. But on a scale of 1 to 5, I mean, with 5 being like the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, nobody's going gung-ho right into Disney's Hollywood Studios going, I need to go on the Disney I want to go on the Animation Academy, man. Let's do that. Do that first and foremost. No, they're going to Toy Story Mania. That's what they're doing. But it's a fun little attraction, fun little section of the attraction, and if you're into animation and you want to actually go and draw and learn how to draw things, go for it. It's pretty fun. A lot of people have had will have a good time with it. I'm just saying, in the grand scheme of things, that it's a 2. Now, as far as the magic of Disney animation, the whole thing, I'll give it a 3. It's a coin flip. You can go if you want. If you don't want to, don't worry about it. You're not missing a whole lot. But if you've never been if you have some extra time, check this whole thing out. It's pretty fun. It's right there in between the Voyage of the Little Mermaid attraction and the Disney Junior Live on Stage thing. So just go back and check it out, and you never know what you might see there. It's kind of random. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Check out the magic of Disney Animation and the Animation Academy. Yeah, so awesome stuff. Check that out. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this week's Disney News and Reviews. Again, if anybody from Disney is watching, please don't sue me. I want everybody to go to Disney World and stay at that Grand Floridian Resort because it's awesome. Or I want you to go to the Magic of Disney Animation section because that's pretty cool. Awesome stuff. So just check that out. And go to allears.net, touringplans.com, www.magic.com for our latest and greatest Disney news. WaltDisneyWorld.com is good too. Straight from the horse's mouth stuff. You do not believe how hard it is to say that each and every single time. My mouth, especially for a stutterer like me, I want to stutter so bad during that, but I try not to. So yeah. Yeah, so now in a more serious note, again, my heart goes out to my friend Bob, and he lost his grandfather, so keep him in your thoughts and prayers because he needs it during this tough time. And my thoughts and prayers also go out to the families and and the victims of that tragedy in Aurora, Colorado, at the Dark Knight premiere. That's pretty bad. I mean, it was terrible. I really don't like to talk about stuff like that just because it kind of glorifies it, and it's not right. Just a sick man who did sick things. It's not any one reason. You can't pinpoint a cause as to why he did it. He's just a sick person, and hopefully he'll be put away for the rest of his life, and we won't have to deal with him anymore. So just be safe when you're out there. Always remember to say I love you to your loved ones, because there's always somebody. You never know, man. You never know when your time's going to be up. So just yeah, deep thoughts with File91e. So anyway, I love you guys, and I want to be flying out to Chicago. And in case, God, I hate flying. So in case of any bad situations, I just want to say I love you guys. Thanks for everything. And I'll see you guys next week, hopefully, for another Disney news and reviews with some Chicago footage. Bye, guys.